BodyBags, where horror lies.
Hey, I'm Sam. I'm your Thursday guy for BodyBags, and this week I'm bringing to you a movie I accidentally discovered a few months ago, and I thought it was a pretty solid movie, other than a few problems. But anyways, I'm gonna tell you what this is called. Black Mountain Side. Now, in all fairness, I do not own the movie. The movie is on Tubi, so if I do go into spoilers, know right now that you should go and watch Tubi. Watch the movie on Tubi right now. It's free. All you have to worry about is commercials. But I mean, that's not like the end of the world, because the commercial is usually like 15 seconds long, and it's like every 10 to 15, maybe even 20 minutes, depending on the scenes. Anyways, point is that I'm probably going to go and talk about spoilers, meaning if you should pause this video, turn it off, or whatever, go and watch the actual movie, and then come back and watch my review. This movie was made in 2014, so I will talk spoilers. 2014. So, it's basically The Thing, but with its own twist. My biggest problem with this movie, just for clarification, because when I tell you the story, it makes more sense. It's like there was two. I don't think there was two directors. I'm pretty sure it was one director, unless I misread somewhere. But the thing about the movie is, it feels like the first half of the movie, it's like one thing, and then it was going this way, and then it just branched off into something else. Because it's like, all right, so it's basically The Thing, except where it's setting, the amount of people. This, that. It's not an alien. It's, actually a deer god? I'm not entirely sure about that. It's something like that. Anyways. So, it's basically The Thing. There's a group in Canada that's basically at this place for scientific reasons, and they discover this thing in the ground, and weird starts happening, like, some of the Native American workers start, like, leaving. People start going crazy, and then by the end of the movies, like, everyone's kind of crazy. So, where to, like, actually kind of, like, start talking about this. The music, I don't think there's really any music unless there's a song playing. I don't even think that's the case. I thought that it was... Alright, and looking at the movie and its grand total thing, I thought it was okay. I thought it was interesting. I thought that the ending was pretty solid. And another thing, in the last scene, basically, something, like, kind of sad happens, and it's like, wow, I can't believe this, because, at the beginning of the movie, they talk about different stuff, and they freaking, like, foreshadowed the ending of the movie in, like, the first, like, 10-ish minutes. And it's just, I completely forgot that they were talking about this, and then when it happened, I was like, oh, no, kind of thing. So, it's like, alright, so the weird thing about this movie is that it starts off at a point, right? And it's like, it's kind of like it's trying to go follow The Thing, or like that one X-Files episode, where they find, like, it's like, they find this, like, temple or something like that in the movie, and there ends up being, like, this substance that's around it that's, like, an octopus kind of thing, so it's like, okay, this seems like a kind of Cthulhu kind of thing, but then you see what it is, and it's, like, this, like, it's supposed to be, like, this deer god or something that's, like, one of those Native American gods that they unwittingly released. And it's just weird because, it's like, why'd you talk about this, but then branch out to something else? And I'm just like, whatever. I like the ending, though. Well, not like the very ending because it's sad, but like the ending. Well, not ending. You get the point. Like, the last few actual scenes of the movie, there ends up being two guys left, and they're split up. One's trying to go and run for help, and the other one's there kind of like, I guess, blow the place up. Whatever. It's weird. It's weird, I guess, at that point. And they both are, like, seeing this deer god and, like, having their conversation with it. And it's just funny because, like, they're the deer god's like, I am God, I am this, you cannot stop me. And they're like, we don't care. You know, it's like they see doom, but they're not like, okay, I don't care, I'm gonna go do what I was gonna do, okay? You can't stop me, kind of thing. While, you know, the deer god's like, you guys, and you get the point. The point is that I thought it was really interesting because it's been a while since I saw something like that in a movie. The ending was kind of rushed, or at least it felt like it. Because the way it ends, it's just, you know, the guy, you know, one of the characters goes absolutely crazy. He has the gun and he goes off shooting everyone he sees. And it's like, you know, the movie's like an hour and 30 minutes. You know, it probably fits naturally, but not really. It feels like maybe there was supposed to be like 15-ish more minutes or something. I don't know, it just feels like it may have been rushed. The ending anyways. Because it shows like the two characters, not the two characters, it shows two characters. And the one that ends up going and killing a lot of people is just like sitting in the corner like, I don't trust you, I'm not going to go to sleep, you know, yeah, go. And the guy's like, okay, fine, I'll go, kind of thing. And then the next scene, the guy with the gun goes off and then starts shooting people. And it's just like, what the crap, bro? Like, seriously? Like, I feel like there may have been 5-10 minutes that were cut off. Anyways, the point is that I'm trying to say to you, the viewer, is that I hope you watch the movie before you watch this review. Because if you did, I just gave you that. My thoughts on the movie, I thought it was pretty good. There were scenes that kind of came out of nowhere, and I guess maybe that was the whole point of the movie, that, like, stuff just kind of happened, right? And, you know, like, what are you going to do if it happened just like that kind of thing, right? I thought it was pretty interesting. One of my favorite things about it, you know, which was, like, a funny thing, I guess, is that one of the main characters was basically a taller Peter Dinklage that was trying to play McCready. That's what he looked like. So, you know, you look at McCready, you know, he has... McCready from The Thing. My bad. You know, he has the beard, he has the long hair. So, this guy looks like McCready if McCready was played by Peter Dinklage, which was taller. You know, Peter Dinklage is that short guy. That's in, like, he was in, Avengers Infinity War. He was an elf. He was, you know, he's in a few stuff like Game of Thrones and stuff. But, like, point is that I thought that was funny. I thought the movie was pretty solid other than the stuff I mentioned. So what would I rate this movie? I would rate this a solid 8. I rate it an 8. I don't like being being like entirely negative on movies. I like looking at the good stuff about movies, and this movie had more positives than negatives, at least from my point of view. The only thing that was kind of like, was just that it started off one way, and then halfway in the movie it branched off to something completely different. It's just like, I don't know about that. But it's like, it has that Cthulhu kind of feel, like that Lovecraftian feel to it, to the point where, like, there's this thing, and, like, it's gonna, like, spread out to the world, and they're either gonna try to stop it or, you know, try to escape it, kind of thing. It has that kind of feel to it, but it doesn't really play out the way you think it would, I guess, you know? But, anyways, that was my review. I thought it was pretty solid. I rated it as an 8. I should probably go and get that movie. And, yeah, next week is, I forget what it's called, but it's basically a love horror. Maybe that's what it's called. I forgot. So, you'll have to see what I do next. Because it's a newer movie that was supposed to be the start of this big saga, and it really didn't. And I don't think it was because the movie ended up being bad. It's just because how the movie did in box office. And then they're like, I don't think this is a good idea, kind of thing. Plus anyways, I'll talk to you about that next week when I'm actually supposed to talk about it, okay? Anyways, I'm Sam, your Thursday guy. I hope you liked this review, and I hope you watch the movie before you watch this review. Because if you watch this first, then, like, you know, you probably won't even watch the movie. So that would be kind of sad. Anyways, I'll see you next week. Hopefully, anyways. Is that anything else, guys? Oh, yeah, that's good. I'll see you next week. Mwah.